When I was 16 years old, I was driving down the road and a car suddenly appeared to my right out of nowhere. The driver had failed to stop at a stop sign and pulled out right in front of me. I had to slam on brakes and swerve to avoid collision. Luckily, no one was hurt. However, the elderly woman was a little shaken up because she said she never saw me. With this incident happening to me, I believe elders over the age of 75 should be required to take driving tests every year. Today, I will discuss why making them take driving tests every year will help with accidents and also keep their driving skills sharp. I will go over how elders over the age of 75 is a major problem and explain a solution to this problem. First, I will begin with discussing why elders over the age of 75 is a major problem. First, I will begin with discussing why elders over the age of 75 is a major problem. As we age, it's normal for our driving abilities to change. According to helpguide.org, older adults are more likely to receive traffic citations and get into accidents than younger drivers. What causes this increase? As we age, factors such as decreased vision, impaired hearing, or slowed motor reflexes may become a problem. Aging tends to result in a reduction of strength, coordination, and flexibility, which can hinder your ability to safely control your car. On howstuffworks.com, some signs that elders would have that would make them an unsafe driver is nervousness or fear while driving, exhaustion after driving, confusion between the gas and brake pedal, and changing lanes abruptly and without looking. Now that we know the risk of elders driving, let's talk about the solution. According to today.ugov.com, Illinois requires people over the age of 75 to resit their driving test whenever they renew their license. This is the only state in the country to require this for the elderly. With this being said, I strongly believe every state should take this requirement into consideration. Just like a 16-year-old has to take a driving test before he or she gets behind the wheel, putting in place mandatory re-examinations after a certain age could help separate the safe drivers from the unsafe ones and help prevent some avoidable accidents and injuries for everyone on the road. This also helps with problems amongst family because telling your grandmother or grandfather it's time to give up their keys is a very sensitive subject. If they have factual evidence that they are physically and mentally incapable to drive, then they will be less adamant about the subject. Moreover, we have discussed the solution, but let's picture what our roads would look like if seniors decided to take a test. Senior drivers retaking driving exams is simple and affordable, and in conclusion, keeps other drivers safe. The roads would have less hazardous people on them. Senior drivers who no longer are able to drive can save money due to no ownership of a vehicle. They can ride on a bus or transportation vehicle to get along, which allows them to interact with others their own age and in the same predicament. I hope that visualization sets in as we finally take action. To continue senior drivers, the road without being examined can lead to unnecessary accidents due to physical and mental issues that come along with aging. Requiring senior drivers to retake their driving exam helps eliminate accidents, and if the senior driver is able to continue driving, after taking this test, will allow them to watch out for signs that hinder their driving ability. So today we discussed effects aging will do to your driving abilities. It is very important to keep an eye out for your grandparents or great-grandparents and once they are around the age of 75. They may say their driving is fine, but physical changes will still happen. This can all be resolved by requiring seniors to retake their driving exam. This will help with them finding understanding on why they should give up their keys and quit driving. Even if elders find that they need to reduce their driving or give up their keys, it doesn't mean the end of their independence. So get your grandparents re-examined and keep your roads safe.
We say thank you for your consideration.
How long is
Shoot
that?
arrow.
4 minutes, almost 5.
Straight. 4, 5, 7.
Did you?
Picture yourself standing amongst the thousands of people who are attending Martin Luther King's famous I Have a Dream speech. Where you are standing, you can barely make out his image. However, his voice is as loud and clear, like he is standing right beside you. Why is this? Because of the microphone. Even though we know what a microphone is typically used for, it has more significance. Today, I will describe how I relate to a microphone by it being the tool I use to demonstrate my talent. Just like a microphone, I too can be loud, and by expressing leadership. As I begin to explain how a microphone compares to myself, I want to start off with how I use the microphone to demonstrate my talent. Microphones are not the objects that hold the talent holds the microphone. I have always loved to sing. The first time I ever picked up a microphone was when I was 4 years old at my home church. From then on, I continued to sing in church. I began singing in competitions and was asked to sing the national anthem at numerous sporting events and professional conferences. I thank God every day for allowing me to pick up the microphone to use the talent He has blessed me with. I stay humble because just as easily as it was given to me, it can be easily taken away. Just like a microphone projects sound to make it louder, I too am loud. Throughout high school, I was considered to be the loudest in my class. In return, my senior year, I was voted as one of the class favorites in the category Needs No Bullhorn. This title was given to me because at pep rallies, in the stands at ball games, and in cheering on my teammates, I was always the loudest. My loudness allowed me to stand out amongst my teammates and classmates in a respected way, which in turn looked for me for leadership. Just like a microphone, I express leadership. You might be wondering how a microphone expresses leadership. When someone has a microphone, most will listen. Just like a leader speaks, people will listen to what they have to say. Because of my qualities as a person, my peers voted for me to serve as SGA Vice President, Senior Class Vice President, and Key Club Secretary. I was a trustworthy classmate due to my leadership. I was also captain of the varsity softball and volleyball teams for more than 2 consecutive years. On and off the field and in and out of the classroom, I would receive several conversations, text messages, and phone calls from students of different grades to get advice on life, help on homework, and sporting-related concerns. Overall, using a microphone allows me to demonstrate my talent in singing. I relate to a microphone because I am too loud. And just like a microphone, I express leadership. Just like Martin Luther King Jr., I too have a dream to become a professional singer. If I reach my goal, I would want to be a positive influence on the upcoming generations, in hopes my leadership will lead them down the right path.
I have only one thing.
What?
You said, just like Martin Luther King, I too have a dream to become a singer. He didn't have a dream to become a singer. You should have been like, I too have a dream. Pause.
Well,
Am I